that sound. It means it's Tuesday, and that can only mean one more thing around here. It's time to talk travel. CBS travel editor Peter Greenberg back now with Peter's pans and picks. Good morning, Peter. Now, if we want to start off with how the government shutdown is impacting travel right now, I know TSA workers are still showing up. The union representing 13,000 air traffic controllers is telling members to remain on the job, but everyone has a limit. How long do you think it'll take for us to see longer lines, longer delays at airports, maybe more sick calls?
Well, some of those limits have already been reached. Over the last 2 days, 12 FAA air traffic control centers were already understaffed. One particular tower in Burbank, California, was without any air traffic controllers for about 4 hours yesterday. So we're starting to see some strains on the system. Remember, while they're still being paid, while they're still working, they're not being paid. And so they're calling, you're going to start to see something that happened a couple of years ago when a similar situation happened and people started calling in sick. So right now, Customs is working, TSA is working, the FAA air traffic controllers are working, but they're not being paid. And even though there's a bill in Congress right now, which has not gotten out of committee to make sure they still get paid during the shutdown, there are limits, and we're starting to see them.
So if someone is getting ready to travel in the next few days or even a couple of weeks, how should they prepare?
Well, again, remember, we always tell people to take the first flight out of the day. That applies even more so now. The bottom line is, if more and more traffic controllers call in sick or TSA agents call in sick, that does mean longer lines. And in the air traffic controller situation, that could lead to ground stops at different airports where there are not enough controllers to handle the traffic. So right now, it's still more or less okay, but give us another week and we're going to have some problems.
Switching gears a bit, I don't know if you've heard, but last spring, while the Cardinals were holding their conclave, a group of young students here in Chicago took part in a mock conclave with the whole bit, costumes, white smoke, even a little Pope at the end of it, Pope Augie. Now they are actually in Rome for a chance to see the Pope in person. Now, I know, Peter, you were just in Rome last week. Do you have any other tips for these students and their families while they are there?
I do. In fact, where I was in Rome last week, I got a chance, and other people can also have that chance, to do a nighttime tour of the Vatican. It's more of a private tour. In fact, I was in the Sistine Chapel with just a few of our friends, alone, in that same room where there's a conclave. So that's a way, and of course you also get the tour of the Vatican galleries, one of the most impressive collections of art you'll ever see in the world. You go after about 6 o'clock in the evening, call ahead of time, get those reservations for the nighttime tour, and you will not be disappointed.
Oh my, it sounds amazing. I'm not sure if the 12-year-olds will appreciate it as much as their parents, but if I happen to get word to those students, I'm going to tell them to book it. All right, CBS Travel.
The one thing I should tell you is when you get to the Sistine Chapel, don't look for the chimney. They take it out when they don't have to elect a pope. It's not there anymore. So you won't see any white smoke or any smoke, but everything else is still the same. And to be in that room by yourself and look up at that ceiling, it's life-changing.
It's got to be. I mean, this whole trip will be life-changing for them, too, I'm sure. All right, CBS travel editor Peter Greenberg, thank you, as always, for joining me.